Good day, sir. I am Wilfredo J. Racal III. I am 20 years old and I'm from Ormoc City and from BSMT1 Charlie. Growing up Filipino, I was taught utang na loob, a deep debt of gratitude we owe to those who help us, especially family. It sounds noble, but over time I've come to see it as a philosophically flawed. This belief often binds us to obligations that go beyond fairness. It demands repayment not based on reason or ability, but on emotional depth. Filipino philosopher Leonardo Mercado calls this a reciprocal obligation. But taken to extremes, it leads to guilt, manipulation, and even exploitation. Kant's moral philosophy says action should be based on duty and reason, not emotional pressure. If we help others only because we owe them, it undermines true moral freedom. Gratitude is important, but it should never transactional or coercive. Real morality comes from voluntary kindness, not cultural pressure. So I've let go of utang na loob as a blinding force. I now choose gratitude freely, not because I'm in debt, but because I'm human. Now let's move on to death penalty. I believe that the death penalty should not be enacted or legalized in the Philippines. From the perspective of moral law, especially rooted in the principle that every human life has intrinsic value and dignity, taking a life, even as a punishment, is morally unjustifiable. Moral law teaches us to uphold justice while still respecting the sanctity of life. While it is important to hold criminals accountable, the justice system must also aim at rehabilitation and redemption, not just retribution. Furthermore, our justice system is imperfect, and the risk of executing an innocent person violates the moral obligation to protect the innocent. Therefore, upholding life even of the guilty is a higher moral duty, aligned with compassion, fairness, and ethical pursuit of true justice.